Hello everybody, this is George Ponder for WPCentral.com. Got a video review for you today. This go around, we're taking a look at the Windows Phone 8 application ProShot. Now ProShot, it's a camera app, and it a lot like Camera Pro that we looked at last week. It gives you a lot of control over the camera settings for your Windows Phone. Again, it's a Windows Phone 8 app, so it'll only work with the Windows Phone 8 devices. Layout is fairly simple. A lot like your traditional point-and-shoot camera, the interface there. I like the user interface with ProShot a little bit better than Camera Pro. It's more straightforward, a little easier to navigate around. Just a lay of the screen up top, you've got your camera modes. That's that center emblem. You've got auto mode. Everything's controlled by the camera. ISO, shutter speed, white balance, everything's automatically chosen by the camera. You've got program mode where you can adjust the exposure, use your exposure compensation, set your ISO, white balance, and flash. There's a shutter priority mode, but it's not your traditional shutter priority where you set the shutter speed and the camera chooses the aperture. Windows Phones has a fixed aperture, so it's not the traditional sense of a shutter priority mode. But what it does, it gives you the ability to adjust the shutter speed, your exposure compensation, ISO levels, white balance, and your flash. Now, one nice feature is your custom mode, and this is for those times you've always got a group of settings that you always go to from time to time, say for a landscape shot or a night shot, but you always hate having to go back into the settings and adjust everything. With custom mode, you can set your camera to that settings group. It'll save it automatically, and all you have to do is go to the custom mode to pull up that group of settings automatically. It's a nice little feature when you to quickly access the camera settings for a particular environment. Now, next to your camera modes, you've got displays for your ISO, your white balance, your flash, and your battery meter. Down below, here's your exposure compensation level or meter. It's just a little slide bar. Now, one of my nits with this is if you're not too careful, if you tap the screen, probably won't do it for me right now since I'm on camera. There we go. If you tap it trying to adjust this, it'll take a picture. If you can adjust your shutter speed, the setting is right here. It's just a little slide setting. Now, over here on the right, these are your main camera settings. You've got your aspect ratio or your resolution. It's 7.99 megapixels at the 4:3 aspect ratio. That's only resolution supported. You've got your focusing options, autofocus or manual. You've got a little bar setting right here to adjust your focus and then turn on and off your AF assist lamp. ISO levels, automatic, 100 to 3200. Now keep in mind, our Windows Phones really only supports ISO 100 to 800, so the 16 and 3200 really don't work. You've got white balance, auto, and then a couple of presets. And you can also set it to manual where you've got a little slider here to manually set your white balance. Flash on and off, auto, and then your display options. Grid lines, level, and a histogram. Now the histogram, it's just a little box over here that shows you a graph to judge your exposure values. Then you have your about screen. All in all, not a bad little app. It's missing a couple of things like bracketing, a burst rate, any scenes. But for what it's worth, it's a nice alternative to the native camera app. Now, whether or not it takes better photos, we're going to work on that, get another post up comparing a couple of options with your native camera app. As is, it's ProShot. There is a trial version that will let you tinker with the app, go through the settings, but it won't let you save or preview the photograph. Full version's running at $1.99. It's all available over at the Windows Phone Store, and as always, we'll have links to the store in the post. Thanks.